Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 10th annual Seviren Lang Memorial here in southern Indiana, sponsored by Innova Champion Discs. I am Nathan Queen, and I am here with the Waco Annual Charity Open winner of 2020, Colin Montgomery. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Excited to do my first bit of commentary here with you.
Yeah, good to have you here. Today we're going to be seeing Colin Wise, a local guy from Louisville, Ricky Wysocki, Gregg Barsby, and myself, Nathan Queen.
Awesome. Pretty good opening round card to see how they all do.
Yeah, we've got a pretty exciting course here. Got some in the woods and some in the open. It's a pretty good mix. Jumping right into hole one, 258 feet. For a wooded gap, it's fairly open off the tee, and then right here at the basket, you kind of got to pick right or left.
Yeah, and definitely saw a fair share of backhands and forehands on this hole. It kind of whatever you prefer, you can get down there to the basket.
Colin going with a pretty stable putter here. Little bit of a flex shot, hits the gap great.
Parked.
And it was fun to meet Colin this weekend. He's a good guy. He had a lot to do with the course design and the basket changes out here this year. So big ups to him for working so hard for the tournament.
And here you are. What is that? It's a stud or a Colt? Which one?
Yeah, that's going to be a stud. I let go just a little bit early. Got a great kick, though. Got me up there for a putt.
Here's Barsby looking like he's throwing probably an eagle here, forehand.
Then it looks like he was going to get that left line, faded just a bit early and caught a tree. He'll have a circle two look from there.
Ricky throwing his pig. So I'm throwing it all over the course, so.
And why not when you can hit a line like that?
Perfect.
So Greg here, let's see if he can start the round off with a banger. Well, of course he can.
Why not? I mean,
what a putt to start the round.
Jeez. I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised. He does it all the time.
Yeah, just too good. He's got such that high arc to his putt, but he controls it so well. Got to straddle out just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. With as close as the other guys are, it looks like we could be starting with a star frame here.
Yeah, always good to start off with the star frame.
Yeah, and it's a shorter hole, but it's still, it's your first shot. You definitely have to hit a gap. And you saw a couple long putts too. Moving on to hole 2, 400-foot par 4. Really tight tunnel off the tee, and then you've got a 90-degree turn to the right here. Good landing zone is about where this ditch is at. If you can get past it to here, that's the best spot, so you can have just a little pitch up to the basket.
Yeah, this hole is very tough. If you're not in the fairway off the tee, it's very hard to get up and down.
Yeah, even though it's so short, it really is a par 4. You have to place your shots well.
Yeah, you said 90-degree angle. It might be more than a 90-degree angle. It bends up there hard.
Yeah, I think you're right. And Colin threw a good shot there. He hit some roots to keep him from getting too far. Uh-oh.
Maybe a little inside.
Yeah, this was inside, and like you were saying, once you get off the fairway, it's not easy to make that turn. So you've got Greg up here. Looks like he's going with that same eagle he threw on hole 1. And this is looking better. He gets it out wide. Skips up over the ditch. He's right on that tree, but it's a pretty short shot from there. That's about the placement you're looking for.
Yeah, that's one of the things on this hole is you can land what you think is like in the perfect spot, but you still have so many small trees to navigate through once you get up there.
Ricky, I'm guessing that's a Firebird. He came inside also, and here's all your little trees.
Wow, yeah. And he gets sneaky and
tries to get out, catches something late, and he's actually in that ditch off in the woods still.
And I'd imagine you're probably just pitching up here.
Yeah, I'm just pitching up a FD3, something to get to the original landing spot so I can get up there for my par.
I didn't know you bagged the FD3.
Yeah, that's it was a gift I got from somebody in Arizona. A friend of mine, Blue, his son drew the stamp that's on there. So he was excited to give that to me, and I'm excited to get it on some coverage for him.
Heck yeah, that's cool. Colin with the patent pending a little bit early.
Ricky getting sneaky, getting out. He'll have a putt for his par there.
Yeah.
That's pretty scrambly.
Yes. Here you are. Imagine that was pretty just dead straight shot for you.
Yeah, that's the Colt you were alluding to earlier. It's a little straighter than the stud. I was pitching up there for my par as well.
Is this Barsby off the tee?
That is Barsby's tee shot.
Oh,
and trying to throw it in. Great shot from him. He'll have a tap-in birdie.
That might have been one of the best drives I've seen off the tee on that hole.
Yeah, he placed it real well. Colin getting a little wide on his upshot for his par, but he's still in the circle and should be able to save his par from there. Ricky with the pretty crazy par save.
That's a very good scramble.
Overhand shots through the woods, gets him up there for a good par putt.
Here's Colin for, I believe, par as well. Just a little left.
Yeah, he doesn't have much movement in his arm, so it's a lot of risk there on his putt.
And I gotta ask you, Nathan, on these baskets, the Mach 2, are you changing your putt up at all? You trying to putt it any softer, or are you just throwing your putt and if it sticks, it sticks?
Me personally, I have a pretty soft putt that kind of drops down once it's already dropping once it hits the chains anyway, so I don't have to adjust much for these baskets, but there definitely are people that adjust their putt to putt a little softer. And here we've got hole 3. You saw we've got a pretty small gap to hit off of the tee there, especially for the right-handed backhand, I would say. You've kind of got to throw a hyzer flip to stand-up shot. So you'll see forehands mostly from people that have forehands on this hole. Gregg.
3 for 3 on the eagle, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think this is a different eagle that he has. And skirts the edge, puts it right up there pretty much for a tap-in.
And this is your stud, correct?
Yeah, going with the same stud. Pretty good lefty backhand line. You just put a little bit of left on it, and it flattens out.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
It's not as hard of a gap to hit as that righty backhand.
Yeah, righty backhand, as you see, we haven't seen one yet. It's a very tight, tough line to hit.
Ricky going with his pig again.
That looks pretty good.
Also skirting the right side over there, but staying out just enough. And looks like we're going to get that righty backhand I was talking about now.
You can see it's tight. You got to almost go like inside, and
yeah.
It's really hard to finish too far right of the basket.
Colin does that so well.
Yeah.
Such a precise backhand stand-up shot.
That was great.
And it looks like we're all inside of 20 feet here. Have a second star frame within 3 holes.
Impressive. Bunch of tap-ins here.
Yeah, and this was actually a 50-50 hole for the weekend, CTP shot. We were trying to decide who was in it and who wasn't on this round. We were all closer than what was there, but nobody put it on there. So.
Oh, man. Bummer.
All right, so after a couple holes, or through 3 holes, we've got Barsby 3 down, Corey Ellis 2 down, myself and Bart Kowalowski, Ricky Wysocki.
Bart Kovalevsky.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. That's a hard name to pronounce. Here we are, hole 4, 250 feet. Most people are probably taking the left gap here, either forehand or a little hyzer flip turnover, but there also is that hyzer gap. I don't know if we'll see anyone take it, but this is one that you definitely want to get your birdie on.
Yeah, you just came out of 3 pretty wooded holes. You've got a line to hit here, but it definitely is more open, so everybody looking to get this birdie here. And a good shot from Gregg there. And, oh, man.
Weird action there.
Yeah, that was pretty bad ground play. There must be a root there. That's about what you're looking for, though. I don't think he did much wrong. It was a good shot.
No, line looked really good. Just unlucky action at the end.
I've got a Star Rancho rock here. Just doing about the same line as Gregg, trying to keep it a little higher.
Ooh. And another tap in. Nice.
I'll take it. Ricky going with that same pig he's been throwing.
Man, he's loving it on this course.
Yeah, if you have a disc you're good with 250 to 300 at, you might see it a few times out here.
Definitely.
And pretty similar to my shot, drifting a little bit further up the hill, but just about 20 feet.
And here's the backhand Annie or hyzer flip I was talking about.
Yeah, and it looks like he comes out just a little bit late. Good line on it. A little late, though.
Pretty open up shot. Should have his chance to save par there.
And here's Gregg with the chance for another circle, too.
Oof.
Oh, I think the uphill might have got him just a little bit. It dropped out of the air pretty quick there.
Here's Colin to save par. Very nice.
Yeah, good putt from Colin. A little bit downhill.
Ricky for 2.
And there's Ricky not slowing his putt down.
See,
looks like he's keeping his normal pace.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like during the skins match and one of the rounds I played with him, man, some of the putts that came out of his hand, I was like, man, are they gonna stay? And I was impressed. He got him to stick most of the time. So.
Diamond tables are designed and manufactured from the highest quality, sustainable hardwoods, utilizing world-renowned designs. Diamond tables are unparalleled for playability and durability. After all, they are designed by players for players.
Yeah, and moving on to hole 5, 210 feet. It's really just a baby dump hyzer.
For us righties.
For a righty backhand. It's a kind of a small gap to hit once you make that corner, but just a little touch shot. You'll see me here. I am actually attempting a forehand. Pretty rare.
Wow, not very often we see the Nathan Queen forehand. That actually looks pretty good. Little inside.
That looks smoother than I expected it to look. I'm glad to see that, but it was. I did saw it off a little bit, little inside. Ricky switching it up just slightly and throwing his pig backhand now.
That might be inside. Yep.
Also, yeah, he came up inside just a little bit as well. Got maybe 10 feet past me, but does have a better look at the basket.
See, this backhand is so hard for me because I feel like you barely have to throw the disc. Because if you go too far,
yeah, you can.
That
it didn't
happens.
even look like Gregg threw that,
No.
and he still went long. It's such a touchy shot.
Let's see what the local guy does.
And it looks like he's got that about right. He still catches something just a little bit early, but he does push down there inside the circle.
Nice.
I don't have a clean line towards the basket, so I'm just trying to pitch out here. And I get a weird little sonic rollaway there. I wasn't quite expecting that.
Yeah, you look a little shocked.
We've got Ricky. He's got a pretty small gap here. Still a look for his birdie. Just hangs on to it. What a great putt.
Yeah, that's a great putt and great catch.
Yeah, dropping in just enough drop on it. Catch the top of that basket. Keep it in. Gregg with another long look. A little bit downhill this time.
Ah, low twice in a row.
Yeah, I got the nose a little bit down on that one, it looks like.
Here you are for par. Also a little low.
Oof. This is not one you want to take a bogey on.
Definitely not, but I will say in your defense, it is not a very lefty-friendly hole.
And Colin, with the little dancing on the rim there, gets his birdie.
Nice. Local love right there. He had the local line, and nice birdie.
Yeah. So a couple birdies, an unfortunate bogey, and a par there from Gregg. Moving on to hole 6. So now we're back in the open again. We've got 1,011 feet, OB down the right side about where you see those fences at, and the whole left side wood line is OB as well. Once you get to that tree you just passed on the right, and there's a light post down on the left, the OB kind of slants towards those two trees in the middle of the fairway, keeping you from throwing past them, and then you have about a 50-foot green, I would say, to land on.
Yeah, a little peninsula green, and this is, I mean, you can attack this hole, but you can also get into trouble fairly easy. And
oh man, yeah, Ricky. I think there was I can't remember which way the wind was blowing here, but the ground is sloping down right to left, so it can pick up these hyzers and just keep them carrying into that wood line.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been like a little baby tailwind that maybe made his disc a little bit more stable than he was hoping. But
yeah, so he actually went OB. Colin kept it a little low, but he's out there inbounds. Gregg here, pumping it out real wide.
See if it can stay high enough.
Probably a little wider than he wanted, but he made it around these fences and swung right back in.
Yep. What are you throwing here?
This is a Halo Wraith that I got from Garrett. I've only had it a few days, but it's really stable and pretty easy to trust.
That looks nice and straight and right in the fairway.
Yeah, I got a good rip on that one. A little bit of a side hill, but it's not too much of an issue there. I'm not trying to throw real far for this next shot.
So as you can see, your second shot here is still huge.
Colin pushing that OB line. He did stay in.
Gotcha.
He's that grass is very Velcro-y this morning.
Yes.
It kept him from skipping out. So now you can see those flags a little bit, where Gregg's just pitching up to throw between or over those two trees you can see in the fairway there.
Right. To eagle this, you have to really have a huge drive, really get aggressive on your upshot, and then make a great putt. Here you are. Nice. Right,
Yeah,
right there.
Just went with a Thunderbird there, pitching up.
Laying up to the mouth and then going for it.
Yeah, and then here's Ricky here. He's throwing 3 after that out-of-bounds shot. So he's up there in a good position to save his par now.
And I would say this is probably how most people are playing the hole, throwing a drive, pitching up to the mouth, and then either going through the two trees or over the top to try and get a birdie look at it. Here's Colin.
Colin's third. He catches a branch there. And from where we were at, it looked like he went OB. He did happen to stay in bounds, though.
Wow. Here's Barsby out going over the top. Textbook.
Oh, yeah.
Sit. Yep. A little 3-foot tap in.
Parked it there for his birdie.
A little better than last time, huh?
Here you are.
Looking to do something similar here. Just kind of pitch it over the tree. And kind of came off of my hand a little early. Mine ended up landing a different. It was a little closer to the OB over there, outside the circle.
Dang, that you were outside of the circle there?
I was inside the inbound circle, but outside of circle 1.
Wow.
So here I am. I took my relief and have about 35, 36 feet.
That's a great putt.
It would have cashed my birdie there. I was pretty happy to be in bounds and to be able to still hit the putt.
See, I thought you were inside the circle there. I knew it was a little left, but I didn't know you were outside the circle, so that's a great putt. And Ricky just barely over the rim, never even a chance to spit out.
Yeah, I think he did that on purpose. In the skins match, he had one spit out there, so he was probably making sure he was safe. Colin,
Yep.
almost being OB a couple times, ends up saving his par, doesn't go OB. Good par scramble there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a par here. Because this is a hole that you can definitely rack up some strokes and take some big numbers.
Yeah,
So.
and Greg doing it how you're supposed to, dropping in the birdie. Got another leaderboard update here. Logan Bowers coming in now, 5 down through 6, starting hot. Colten Montgomery as well, 4 through 6. Bart and Greg and Ricky. So a lot of hot starts here.
Sweet.
Yeah, moving on to hole 7. This is probably my favorite par 3 on the course, I would say. Downhill, 336 feet. You have to control your shot down the hill very well to be able to hit this gap. And you can't throw it too far because about 40 feet behind the basket, if even, you've got some OB road.
Yeah, I think like right at the circle's edge is the road, and I agree. This is one of my favorite par 3s. Just you have to hit a gap so late down in the fairway, which is, sometimes not the easiest thing to do, especially going downhill. But Barsby's giving himself a look from outside the circle.
Yeah, he kept it real low. Looks like he needed it just to push it a little bit straighter, and he would have got. But he's still inside the circle, I believe.
And here you are throwing that stud again. Been throwing that a few times today.
Yeah.
Come out.
I was looking to push this a little lower, and I got it left.
Whoa.
Oh!
Holy cow. Did you know that happened?
I did not know that I hit the basket there. I knew that it was close.
Wow.
Well, dang, that was pretty cool.
Talk about some action.
Here we've got Ricky. I believe this is going to be an AVR. Comes out just a little bit early and pushes it over to the left.
Didn't quite get that Nathan Queen love we just saw, but... Here's Colin probably throwing some type of mid-range.
It looks like he's going with whatever he threw on hole 1, kind of that flex, and getting the local tree play there. He kind of knows if you go off to the right side, it can still fight back.
Yep, definitely, and he'll have an inside the circle putt for birdie. Ooh.
Oh, and a good bid there from Ricky through a tight line in the woods. Greg Mayer, he's right around circle's edge. I can't quite tell.
Oh, man.
Solid right side chains.
He's been all over it so far.
Yeah, that could be a little bit to do with the basket. Caught a lot of chains there, but a little right side. Ricky getting his par.
Nice birdie there from Colin.
Here I'm tapping in my birdie after a metal hit I just found out about.
And he's hanging in right there with all you guys. The local guys, so that's always really cool to see.
Yeah, we had a good card going on today. Everybody was throwing pretty well.
Here we are, hole 8. It's 285 feet. The big tree you see there on the right, it's going to be a mandatory left. And there is a parking lot probably 30 feet behind that could come into play if you throw it too long. But this is a hole that you're definitely, in my opinion, going to want to be getting a birdie on.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially as a lefty, this is just a pretty straightforward hyzer here. I've got a little bit of headwind, I believe, but definitely a birdie you're looking to get.
You throwing a mid-range or a driver here?
No, this is a T-bird, just
Okay.
to, with that headwind, I wanted to fight it a little bit, and I was not happy with that shot. 285 feet, lefty hyzer. I'm probably 45 feet outside the circle.
Yeah, usually want to be a little closer than that on a hole like this, but hey, you've got to look.
And Colin, a player after my own heart, not throwing any forehands here, going with a lot of hyzer flip shots, and that was a great hyzer flip mid-range shot from him. He's up there inside the circle.
Barsby with the forehand.
And he's
yeah,
corrected on mine and flattened his out, made sure it didn't hyzer too much. He's right there inside the circle.
hanging out with Colin right there. Ricky probably throwing a Firebird. And he'll have a circle's edge putt for birdie.
So here I am, probably 45 feet or so. A little scary with the hill. And
You'll be tapping in your 3.
Yeah, didn't quite commit to that one, but par's a par.
Ooh.
And Ricky there, just a little low right, but still a good putt.
The rare miss from Ricky. He's been playing really, really good the last 2 weeks. It's cool to see him come back.
Ooh. Colin touching his birdie in there.
2 in a row for him.
I'm sure we'll see Gregg. There we go.
Nice.
Couple birdies, couple pars. You'd like to see this one play at least 3 under, I'm sure, on a card of 4. But
yeah, I didn't play this hole very well all weekend. For what it is, 285 feet. Should be straightforward, but
right. And then after hole 8, we move on to hole 9, where we're hitting another tunnel down the tee. And then we get back to one of these more than 90-degree angles, I would say.
Well more than 90 degrees.
Yeah. So you see the OB road long and left of the basket. You just kind of want to get down and start turning right. It's a little easy to fade in those trees you see long of the light pole if you don't get enough right on it.
Colin throwing a forehand here, and that looks
pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. It's
Yeah.
really hard to go too far right on this hole. Like, it turns so hard right once you get out of this gap that it's really hard to miss right.
Yeah, once you make that first turn, it surprised me every time how far left I was when I got down. See, Gregg almost hit the corner there, and he's still not even close to the wood line over there.
Yeah, I thought that was definitely going to be close, and he's still going to have a wide open shot at it. Lefty hole here.
Yeah, I went going with a Millennium Quasar. Hung on to it just a little bit long. Luckily, it's wide enough where I get on through there, and I miss the power lines as well.
Yeah, that's a really good shot. I'd imagine you'll probably be able to see the basket from where you're standing.
Oh, and Rick
whoa.
catching the power line there. Not much issue, though. He might have gone a little bit further right.
Didn't he do that in the skins match, too?
I can't remember.
Another Firebird.
So he's pushing it out a little wide here.
Oh, and he
good ground
rolls
play.
in. And the funny thing is I'm on hole 10 over there, and I saw that come in, and I was like, oh, Ricky getting sneaky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Gregg trying to throw it in again. He probably couldn't even see it. Colin going forehand after I just said he hasn't pulled out a forehand.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, man, he's trying to throw it in, too. Pretty unfortunate bounce and roll away there. I think he's still inside the circle, but he did land a lot closer.
And, yeah, here you are going lefty hyzer. Most people on their upshots for right-handed players are throwing a forehand just because that anhyzer has a chance to come out and go out of bounds, you know, so...
Yeah, there is a little bit of slope down towards the road on the ground, so if you get it a little too turned over, it's easier for it to cut roll.
Definitely. Nice putt from Ricky to save his birdie after that. Nice roll back in bounds. Ooh, nice putt from Colin.
Yeah, Colin getting his birdie as well. And me and Gregg are both pretty close here. We might get another star frame. There we go.
You'll probably just be tapping yours in.
All right. So hole 9, 4 threes.
That's a good star birdie there.
Yeah, good way to finish this front 9. Looks like we've got Gregg 6 down, Ricky and Colin and myself all 5 down through the front 9. So some good starts. Had some other people starting well on other cards also. Thanks for joining me here, Colten, and we'll see you on the back 9.
Yeah, absolutely. Look forward to it.